Morning. So what's been going on this week? It's 24th March 2024. A lot going on in the political world. You know, the fake political world, the one they try to make out that you have to follow all these rules. No, you don't have to follow any of it. Rules are just suggestions. So, I'm going to wander up the river, have a dabble. The water's not high today, but we'll have a go anyway. Just to get out for a bit. I've had a nasty abscess because, you know, we can't, as white supremacists, right wing, you know, nutcases, as they call it. You know, we can't afford dental work, so we have to just try and survive nasty infections and things like that ourselves. Luckily we got homeopathy, stuff like that, you know, which is real medicine, which actually works. An abscess on my face here, caused by a tooth here, which I should have had taken out years ago. But like I said, you can't get a look in with the dentist, can't get a look in with them. You know, they're too busy treating people who've just come over on boats. Anyway, so that, and then I had a massive sty in this eye then, and yeah, great. I know it's my body detoxing, I know it is, my body trying to get rid of the shit that's in all of our food and water, you know, that's what my body's doing, it's getting rid, but there we go. What can you do? And to be honest with you, with the midazolam and stuff like that, which they do actually use in dental surgery, I'm not really sure if I trust anybody putting me you know, sticking needles in my mouth. There we go. I'd rather put some homeopathy pills in my mouth. There we are. Conditions today. Water's clear. Slight brown tinge to it. Water's clear, fish can see me. It's one of those days where I gotta stand back, away from the river. It's, yeah. Not got my hopes up, but, you know, you never know. We'll see now. Another problem I got today is the sun is behind me. So it's casting my shadow, you know, well, at the moment, it's casting my shadow on the upper part of the ford, not the lower, so, you know, they're not seeing my I say they're not seeing movement, the fish aren't seeing movement. The problem is people are coming over and, you know, they don't think of things like that, obviously, you know, because like I said, not many people, well, how many people do I know will go fishing? About 2. That's it. God, when I was a kid and when I was younger, everybody used to be into fishing. You know, no, it's, yeah, they'd rather play fishing games online now, wouldn't they? So, yeah. I tried one of those, oh, what's it called? Oh my god. I can't remember, it was some free fishing game on the Xbox. It is on PS4 as well, and I had a go, and there's no comparison, is there? But, you know, sitting there with a controller. But the older fishing games, there's some cracking older fishing games for like the PS2 and the Wii and things like that, where you've used the controller like a rod, and yeah, that's better. That's what you want. Yeah, there's a game called Real Fishing on the Wii. I have got it. My wife bought me the box set for it. But I've never used it. I've never played it because the rod peripheral that came with it was crap. It was rubbish. Absolute rubbish. It was like trying to grind salt. It was ridiculous to us. So I made my own. I'll have to show a picture of it. Made my own peripheral out of like a third-party Wii controller holder and the nunchuck holder. So yeah, I made my own in this, and I made it out of an actual reel as well. So there you got to put the bearings. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. And there's also one for the Xbox 360. There was a fishing game for the Xbox 360 which you could get a rod type controller for the Xbox 360. Can't remember what the game was called now, but the reason I haven't got it is because it's stupid prices, absolutely stupid prices. There we go. The sun's come out now, so it's like this mid conditions. Not ideal, to be honest with you. It's, I know these fair weather fishermen now, they probably all be out on on force, not on places like this. They'll be out on their little pools, stocked up with fish rammed full of lard. You know, swimming around the water like Bubble Bass from SpongeBob. But yeah, not ideal conditions. But like I said, I could stand back from the river, should be okay. Yeah, but when I know the weather's getting better now, like so the midges are out now, and and you got the mosquitoes coming out, so the caddisfly you should start finding caddisfly into the stones, and that's a game changer then when you find the caddisfly, because this river's so clean, it's full of caddisfly. That's one of the sort of things that point towards the river being really, really clean is caddisfly larvae under the rocks, and obviously you've got stonefly larvae as well. Never tried stonefly larvae myself as a bait, but caddis, yeah, brilliant, and it's a game changer. It's because, you know, most river trout are bottom feeders. Not many rivers like this do they feed on the surface, and you know, and until later in the year when there's loads of swarms of flies and everything, that's when they start top feeding. But most of them are bottom feeders in this sort of for this time of year. An idea of a series of videos to do. Obviously I talk about political stuff in these videos I do now. Never rant about things because things, you know, look dire in Britain at the moment. You know, it's just like the government are protecting the wrong people. You know, it's banned. You know, us true Brits, real Brits, are being you know, oppressed, supposedly oppressed. Like I said, they can't withhold these fake laws they make, and they can't, you know, it's acts, bills, legislation. Like I said before, doesn't mean a thing. It's just writing on a piece of paper. We didn't pass it. We are the sovereignty. We are the people. We control this country. If we didn't pass the law, if we didn't agree to the law, then no, there is no law. And we live by the laws of nature, which is, you know, don't be so stupid, don't walk off a cliff, don't jump in a river, don't unless you know the river's safe, you know, don't pick up a loaded gun and clean it, that sort of thing. Laws of nature and the laws of God, you know, 10 commandments, things like that. Live morally, that's the thing. But what this stuff the government makes up, it's not real, none of it's real, it's rubbish. And they basically think that it's silence by consent by silence. So we're like nobody. They pass this thing. They say, right, okay, right, you've all got to do this now. Nobody says anything, or a few people say something, and they say, well, not enough of you said anything, so there we are. It's law now. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. You know, read the Bible. That's law, and obviously the laws of common sense, which is the laws of nature. But so, like I said, this idea I had to the video is I do this sort of fishing all the time. Like river fishing, do it all the time. But I've never, ever in my life done fly fishing. Never. I've got a fly rod. My father's got a fly rod. I've got his fly reel. I've got the whole setup set, but I've never done it. And I thought, why not start a series of videos from fly fishing from scratch? As in, I've never done it before. I'll get a stand for the camera, do some long shots, things like that, and never ever done it. But I'll have a go and see how we get on. And it's probably good. It's probably going to be hilarious. I know I'm going to get probably hooks stuck in my head in the trees. You know, I won't have the dog with me when I'm trying this, but I don't know. I think it'd be good because, like I said, a lot of the fly fishing videos I see, they are, you know, they seasoned fly fishers. That's what they do. But they all started somewhere. So, like I said, I've never done it, so I'm going to give it a go. It should be fun. Another prime example of idiots with dogs. You know, two lefties just walked past now, and you can tell they're lefties. You know, they got all the gear on. All their vegan gear on. stupid hairstyles, you know. Solidarity to women, or men who want to be women, all that shit. The two dogs off the lead, big dogs, and one of them came up to Gwen and his back was right up. His what they call his heckles were right up. And the thing is, if a dog starts fighting again, I'm not going to hold the bloody lead. No, I'm letting the lead go. She can no bloody way. I ain't hanging on to my dog if another dog's tearing into her. I'm letting her go. You know, it's like you know, years ago, my father he had a dog, and people the deaf dog. She was mine originally, but I couldn't look after that. It was the wrong time in my life for me to have a dog. I was working in working bands and things like that, and I couldn't have a dog. And you know, I understand why I was bought her, because you know I just recently lost a dog, but it was time I couldn't look after the dog at that time. It was unfair, you know, because I was, like I said, working bands. But at the time my father went out with his dog. She was deaf, so obviously she had, when you got a deaf animal, it's different to having a normal dog. You know, they get surprised by things. So this dog went up. Not sure what kind of dog. This dog went up and sniffed my father's dog. She turned to snap because she'd had a fright, and the dog laid into her. So my father, he did. I don't know what he did to get the dog off his dog, but he pulled it away and sort of tucked it to one side. And a guy came running over and he said, "What's the matter? Can't you dog fight?" So my father's answer to that was, "Can you?" The guy went. This is the thing, and you know, that's what I'm saying. The dog attacks Gwen. I'm not hanging on to her because she needs to be able to defend herself. And this is the thing. These bloody lefties, and you can tell them from a mile off. You can, yeah. Like I said, stupid hairstyles, solidarity clothes on, these mucker boots, which are bloody useless. Right, there we go. What can you do then? And then they look at you as everything's your fault then if something goes wrong. The setup I'm using today is my 4-foot Jangan rod. I think it's Jangan. I think that's how it's pronounced. 4-foot carbon telescopic Jangan rod, and same usual setup. I got about 1.5 foot from the hook to the weights, and I'd say about 4.5 foot to the float, and that's leave that hanging down in the water. Then it keeps it off the bottom, stops it getting tangled up. You still get snags because obviously the river changes all the time, and you get you get trees coming down from upstream. There's a tree falling down over there. Look, you can see it, big massive tree going right across the river. But obviously pieces will break off that and go down river and get snagged up in pools and things like that, and that's when you get snags. So yeah, trying that today. Like I said, I'm not holding out any hope, not had any bites so far. Not like when you've had a good downpour, like I said the other day, when I came up the other day and caught that tiny sized trout. The river, it was swollen river. Like I said, it was almost coming over the rock, but there, by the ford. And the fish are full on feeding frenzy. They were. Something I want to touch on as well is that I noticed the other day, it was an RSPB sponsored ad came up on the Facebook page. Now I use Facebook because I'm in touch with like clients and things like that. I'm an illustrator by trade, and obviously you know I need Facebook because nobody uses phones anymore, so you have to bloody contact them through a messenger. So this RSPB ad came up on my page and saying that, you know, screaming out for climate change and all bullshit, like, you know, all that crap. And yeah, okay, climate does change, but it's a natural thing. It's been happening for millions of years, you know. And if you going to start having a go at me about oh well, you Christians don't believe in that, I said, well, no, there are those of us like me, myself, and you know, people like there's a channel Clint's Reptiles. If you go and look at him, he's an evolutionist and a creationist. because the Earth is older than we all know and think. There have been civilizations before us and things like that, and all that. Like, but it's, you know, but God has always watched over. Of course He has, you know. And there's disaster after disaster, natural disaster. Is it, you know, is it man-made or is it selective breeding? You know, because you know, as I've mentioned before about these lefties who don't want children and they want to be turned from Bob into Barbara, and yeah, well, in a few generations they're going to be gone. They're going to be gone because, you know, they're not going to have children to carry on their stupid legacy. But anyway, I digress, and I've completely forgotten what I was on about in the first place. But there we go. Aye. Anyway, so that, oh yes, the setup. Yeah. So there we are. That's the setup. I'm getting little bites again, but I think it's the bullheads or rough or whatever you want to call them. Strange little fish. They look like gurnards. That almost, you know, like cross between a blenny and a gurnard and a mud skipper. So that's what they look like. But they're all over the bottom of this river. I've seen loads, and you know, I said I've seen some quite big ones. Not big, you know. You can't eat them. But yeah. So I said a couple of little nibbles, but no, nothing definitely. So what's happening in the news these days? Well, this week, on this day, it changes bloody daily, doesn't it? You know, that bloody idiot Sunak has said that he's starting to pander to the morons who misunderstand what's going on politically in this country. The ones screaming out to kick everybody out of the country, which that's not what it's about. He said that, what did he say? Something about no more Pakistanis in the country. No, hang on, no. It's not the Pakistanis, is that the problem? It's not. Are these people coming over on boats Pakistanis? No, they're bloody not. No. They're from Rwanda. They're from, like, Syria. They're from, I know English, Syria. None of them are from Pakistan. None of them. So where the hell did he get that from? We have, I've only had the pleasure of meeting them once, but my wife, she goes up there quite often. We have Pakistani friends who live in Cardiff. They're wonderful people, wonderful. They're Muslims, wonderful. We're Christians, they're Muslims, and they're fine. You know, that's it. I had to stop filming. People walking past. Now, I'm not a people person. I get on with people, and I really do get on with people. I'm not a people person. I won't go my way to how can I say, socialise them. I'm not a people person like that. I'm not antisocial, not at all. I'll talk to anybody, and I will talk to anybody. You know, no matter who you are, where you're from, I'll talk to you. If you're not an asshole, I'll get on with you. You know. But it's over the past 4 years, it's sort of made me wary of people because of what's happened with the the coerced medical stuff. People have become very strange. Very, very, very strange. Like I said, they become selfish, but they become very strange, and they have. Almost like some of them, almost like they've been lobotomized. It's you know, we know what's going on. We all know what's going on. Of course we do. But like I said, those people out there who don't know what's going on, you know, and if you haven't been coerced into this thing, then you don't know what's going on. You need to learn. You need to learn what's going on. But if you have been coerced into this thing, you need to pray that you've had the placebo, because they didn't give everybody the plan. They didn't give everybody. They had to have placebos. They had to, because if they did everybody all at the same time, yeah, people would have noticed. So they had to spread it out, and they're still doing it. They've still got them out there. They've still got the death vans, as I like to call them. boxcars. They're still out there. But if you go and confront them, they drive off, they go away, because they know what they're doing is wrong. And these people, they're going straight to hell. Because they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing to people. They're accomplice to, the M word. Crazy times. We went off on a tangent there. I think, right, what about the Sunak thing when he's on about Pakistan? He's like, right, there's a video circulating of some builder, and he, during Ramadan, he was eating in this building site, and some Muslims had to go at him, right? Now, there's extremists in all religions, of course it is, right? There's extremists in Christianity, of course it is. History shows that. There's extremists in every religion on the planet, right? Now, I believe that our religion is the true religion, but they also believe that their religion is the true religion. But with Muslims and Christians, if you look into it, if you read the Quran alongside the Bible, they're almost identical. It's the political elites that have separated us. They believe in Jesus. They believe Jesus, the same as obviously we believe in Jesus. Of course we do. Of course we believe in him. It's historical. The Bible is a historical book. It's fact. He was there. But this is the thing. Where Sunak, the ignorant people out there, they will, they hear Sunak saying this, right, no more Pakistanis, and they'll be like, right, get them out. It's not them. It's not them. They're not from Pakistan, all these people coming on boats. Look into it, man. Oh my God. The ignorance is on so many levels in the UK and America and places like that. Europe, all of it. It's the ignorance it's unbelievable. Isn't Sunak married to like an Indian, or isn't he an Indian descent? Isn't India one of the worst places to go on earth right now? It's actually voted the worst place to go on earth. It's not safe. Insane, absolutely insane. And like I said, all the ignorant people out there will look at what he's saying, and they'll say, "Oh, right, he's on our side now." No, he's not. He's not getting rid of the right people. He's pandering to the morons again. There are morons on both sides. Unfortunately, we've got lots of morons on our side, and they can't see what he's doing. They can't see anything. Can't see it from their nose, to be honest. But there we go. Anyway, went off on a tangent again, honestly. What I was getting to with this, what I was saying is that we have friends. We have Pakistani friends. They're Muslim. They live in Cardiff. Wonderful people. And my wife and my son went to their daughter's wedding and everything like that, and they are wonderful, accommodating. They know we're Christians, but they wonderful people, and they are. And this is the thing: we get on with them, and they get on with us. But it's those people that Sunak wants out of the country. It's those. He wants to get rid of those because people can't see the difference. These extremists coming in from other countries and things like that, who are saying they're Muslims and doing things in the name of the Muslim gods, and a lot of them, they're not Muslim, they're just saying they are. It's ridiculous. What happened the other day? A boat came in with a load of these battle-aged men on, and one of them had been practically stabbed to death. I think he survived, but there we are. What happened to the guy who did that? What happened to all those people on that boat? One of them did it, obviously. Where are they now? In the community? It's ridiculous. I worked in a place, it was a tempered glass place. I worked there. And I worked on the shop floor for about a year, and then I went up to the office and I started working in the office. Doing all the orders and stuff like that, and there was a guy there, and he had come over to live, if you know what I mean, and he said that his brother had just come over and could we give him a job? So my boss said, yeah, fine, bring him in, we'll do an interview, blah, 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 blah. So they gave this guy a job. First day he was there, he pulled a machete out of his bag on somebody. Seriously. Somebody said somebody didn't like, pulled a machete out and actually attacked the person with the machete. Because in his own country he's allowed to. He can do that and do what he wants. It's insane. Insane. Wasn't a Muslim though. And this is the thing. And he wasn't Pakistani. So don't listen to Sunak, don't listen to these Satanists. That's what they are, they're Satanists, all of them. And all they try to do is turn us all against each other. That's all they try to do. And they're bringing in these UN soldiers, these battle-age men pretending to be running from war zones. Yeah, they are, from their own war zone, the ones they're causing. Where's the madhouse, man? You have to split this video into parts. I'm thinking of more stuff to say all the time, like, but I'd followed on the video I made the other day about men's safe spaces. I was reading one the other day, again, like on Facebook, because you know, I said I have to because I have to talk to clients through it, because that's the only place they seem to exist. There was an ad came up. There's like a post came up then for this place called the Gathering Place. I know, never heard of it. I come from a place called Neath. Apparently it's there in Queen Street, and according to a website, they are a Christian organisation. I never heard of them. I don't know who they are. But there we go. You know, we don't know everything, do we? But there we go. But they had a men's safe group or something it was called on there, and the first first session taken by this fella, and said first session, come along, we'll have this men's safe group, we'll have a cup of tea and a chat and a cake as usual, you know, cup of tea, chat, cake, you know, and we'll play with Lego. Now, as an educational toy, I like Lego. It's a good toy. I don't like the company anymore because they went all woke during the bullshit, and they did. They started pandering to the alphabet mob, the rainbow mob. Started pandering to them. So yeah, you know, I don't support them anymore. But as an educational tool, Lego, absolutely fantastic, brilliant. It is. My kids have got Lego, and I will help them build stuff. But I won't go to a men's group where there's only men, adult men, encouraged to play with Lego. I'm sure there used to be places people like that went, you know, years ago, before they shut them all down and let them all like roam the streets and things. Lego play, grown men. Like I said, like as an educational tool and for a hands-on toy, Lego, you can't fault it. You can't. It's Minecraft in real life. You can't fault it. But it's for kids, isn't it? You know, it's like these Lego sets that you get now that, you know, they cost thousands for one Lego set. Yeah, they're not aimed at kids, are they? You know, you're not going to buy a £1,000 Lego set for your kids and let them just leave it all over the house for you to step on. So yeah, they think that putting things in carrier bags and leaving them is cleaning up. Well done, you absolute morons. And that's what you are, morons. I've got a brain cell between you. The level of education in the UK compared to the rest of the world is phenomenal. It is. Now, I will say when I was in school, I didn't do very well. And all because my handwriting, my hand is terrible, awful. Everybody says I should have been a doctor, but there we go. No patience for people. Anyway, so somebody just walked past me now, and they saw I had a fishing rod, and she said, "Catch anything?" No, usual. So don't mind that. If people say that, "Do you catch anything?" No, didn't catch anything. Right. It's a bit early, she said. I said, "What do you mean? For what? It's a bit early. The fish are tiddlers now," she said. By the end of the year they get bigger. I said, "Pardon?" "Well, they're small now, but she said they get bigger." So I said, do you mean the fish are born now and then they get bigger towards the end of the year?" "Yes," she said. I said, "No, that's insects. Insects only last a year, that new. And some last longer than that. They'll hibernate for the winter and all that." All right then, off she went. So she actually believed that fish appear or are born at the beginning of the year, and then they get bigger, and towards the end of the year they get massive, and then they die. Oh dear. He said the level of education in the UK, incredible. So I talk about Star Wars. When I was a kid, I went to see the original Star Wars in the cinema. 1977, I went to see it in the cinema. I was 5. I went with my dad. Good memory, still remember it now. Went to see Star Wars in the cinema. And then obviously the next two after that went to see those in the cinema. Because, big films, fantastic. Nothing like it been made before, science fiction wise. Oof, phenomenal. But that's it. Those are the 3 Star Wars films. That's it. So this, well, how can you describe her? This woman thing, because she is a thing, because she was she used to get children for Harvey Weinstein. Harvey Weinstein. She used to get children for him. Take him and put him on his casting couch for him. Disgusting human being. One of the really, really bad ones of Hollywood. But she's been put in charge of Star Wars now. And what did she say the other day? There are no Star Wars movies, there's only Star Wars. And she said, "I'm an activist, everything I do, I put in my films. But it's the message. The one they push in. The trans message, the LGBTQ message, all that shit. That's what they're putting in Star Wars. They've ruined. Star Wars is gone. So it's gone. It was dead in the water. It was dead in the water when Lucas made the 3 after the originals. They were bloody awful. But now it's ridiculous, And I was a big Star Wars fan for a long time. When I was a kid, of course I was, But I still have some of my original Star Wars figures in my museum to retro stuff. But yeah, it's gone. It's dead in the water. Star Wars is dead, and unfortunately, so Star Trek. I moved from Star Wars onto Star Trek, obviously, because the even though the original series was out before any of the Star Wars films, I moved onto it later on. I sort of discovered Star Trek later on, and absolutely loved it. Really loved it, and even up to the point of Enterprise. Loved Enterprise. Fantastic. Good series. I like. Scott Bakula. He's good choice for the captain in Enterprise. If you don't know who Scott Bakula is, Quantum Leap guy. Another brilliant series. But after that, it's like Discovery. I watched the first series of Discovery, and I thought, they started bringing stuff in, and bringing in swearing and stuff like that. There was no need for it. There was never any swearing in the old, any of the old Star Treks. None of it. I think I think there was a joke when they travelled back in where they had to go and get the whales in that film. I think somebody called Spock a shithead or Captain Kirk a shithead. I think, but that was it. But because they travelled back in time to like modern day at the time, New York. So, but then obviously after Discovery they did Picard, which was an absolute travesty. I'm turning off again, somebody walking past. But the absolute travesty that was Picard. You know, if I was, it's ridiculous. It was F this and F that, and and it just totally went against the laws of of the Star Trek universe. There was no profanity. They explained that they didn't need to use profanities. They explained it in the series. It was no, that must be right wing, I loved the original Star Trek series. I loved Generation, the Next Generation. I loved Deep Space Nine, Voyager, and Enterprise. Liked them all. I loved all those series. Watched them all. Got them all on DVD. But they just have to ruin everything. They have to ruin everything. They have to get their message across, don't they? Their message. Bloody hell. It's alright to want to become a woman. If you're a man, it's alright to be the other way around, and it's alright to bloody God. Ignore the traffic, child trafficking. Listen to this shit instead. Pisses me off. Absolutely pisses me off. It does. Ruined Star Trek, ruined Star Wars. Absolutely ruined. And the thing is, they're losing billions because of it. Billions. They're not making any money. They're losing money because they put these morons, these Satanists, in charge of everything. And yes, she is a bloody Satanist. Of course she is. She used to get children for Weinstein or whatever his bloody name is. The man's in jail for paedophilia. Fucking hell. Sorry for swearing, but absolutely ridiculous. Pathetic.